not forsake me, oh my darling, on this our wedding day. Do not forsake me, oh my darling. Wait long, oh, the noonday train will bring Frank Miller. If I'm a man, I must be brave, and I must face a man who hates me. All I a cow, a craving cow, all I a coward in my grave. Oh, to be torn tricks of love and Jude, supposing I lose my fair-haired dude. Look at that big hand move along, near high noon. He made a vow while in state's prison, vowed it wouldn't be my life or his. I'm not afraid of death, but oh, what will I do if you leave me? Do not forsake me, oh my darling. You made that promise when we wed. Do not forsake me, oh my darling. Although you agree, I won't be leaving until I shoot Frank Miller dead. Wait long, wait long, wait long, wait long.
An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the jagged stars and up the cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost herd in the sky. Their brands were still on fire and their hoofs were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. He saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. As they rode on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, cowboy, change your way today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky, in the sky.
Keep that foot hard on the pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana. We'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Old Smokey's got them ears on, he's hot on your trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. So you got to dodge him, you got to duck him, you got to keep that diesel trucking. Just put that hammer down and give it hell. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rose's cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I loved. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down with his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door of Roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the Badlands of New Mexico. Back at El Paso my life would be worthless. Everything good in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dawn. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rose's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. Off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left, right, a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rosie's back door. Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by 2 loving arms that I die for, one little kiss and Felina, goodbye.
Well, I used to have a sweetheart, but now I've got none. Since she's gone and left me, I cannot for one. Since she's gone and left me, contented I'll be, for she loves another one better than me. Green grow the light, sparkling with dew. I'm lonely, my darling, since a parting with you. By the next meeting, I'll hope to prove true and change the green lilacs to the red, white, and blue. I wrote my love a letter in red rosy line. She sent me an answer, twisted in twine, saying, keep your love a letter, I will keep mine. Write to your sweetheart, I'll write to mine. Green grow the light, sparkling. I'm lonely, my darling, since a parting with you. By the next meeting, I hope to prove true and change the green lilacs to the red, white, and blue.
Seems we always have to slip around to be together, dear. Slipping around, afraid we might be found. I know I can't forget you, but I've gotta have you near. So we just have to slip around and live in constant fear. Oh, you're tied up with someone else, and I'm all tied up too. I know I've made mistakes, dear, but I'm so in love with you. I hope someday I'll find a way to bring you back to me. Then I won't have to slip around to have your company. you're tied up with someone else, and I'm all tied up too. I know I've made mistakes, dear, but I'm so in love with you. I hope someday I'll find a way to bring you back with me. Then I won't have to slip around to have your company.
I'm going down the Feather River Canyon. Gotta go down. Donner Summit is closed. Another 80 miles, and I'm sure lonesome, 'cause I'll be late getting home. Roll, truck, roll, take me to my baby. I'm tired of being alone. Roll, truck, roll, I want to see my baby. Roll, truck, roll me on home. One of these days I'm gonna quit this old road when I've saved enough money. Gonna buy me a place back home and live a little, just me and my kids and my honey. Mama said little Danny's not doing too good in school. Said he keeps talking about his dad that he hardly knows. Teacher said he just sits at his desk and draws pictures of trucks. I guess I know what that means and what it shows. Why I'm not home 3 months out of the year, and here lately it's showing on me too. Oh, I saw a lot of country at first, and well, I liked it then, but anymore there's just none of it new. Oh, what a long old haul this has been. Had rain most of the way, and now it's beginning to pour. Sure looks cold with that wind blowing up through that canyon, but I gotta keep my spirits up, so I guess I'll sing some more. I'm going down the Feather River Canyon, gotta go down. Donner Summit is closed, another 80 miles, and I'm sure lonesome, 'cause I'll be late getting home. Roll, truck, roll, take me to my baby. I'm tired of being alone. Roll, truck, roll, I want to see my baby. Roll, truck, roll me on home. Roll, truck, roll me on home.
Some folks say the country moves on bands of steel. Some say it moves on 18 wheels. If you really want to know what gets your goods from state to state, it's Rolaids, Doan's pills, and Preparation H. Songs have been written about us, the heroes of the road, how we go from Maine to Frisco with an extra heavy load. On a pocket full of rockets, hey, let me set this story straight. We live on Rolaids, Doan's pills, and Preparation H. Everybody thinks that looking through this windshield's really great, but my guts are blazing fire, my back it always aches. My old donkey's just a smoking, sitting 16 hours straight. Give me Rolaids, Doan's pills, and Preparation H. Coffee in some truck stops is enough to kill a mule. Wish the gas in my stomach could be used for diesel fuel. I'm stuck to my seat when I reach the loading gate. I need Rolaids, Doan's pills, and Preparation H. You think there's money in this trucking life I lead? Let me tell you, brother, I spend lots on what I need. Registration, insurance, fines for being overweight, and Rolaids, Doan's pills, and Preparation H. Everybody thinks that looking through this windshield's really great, but my guts are blazing fire, my back it always aches. My old donkey's just a smoking, sitting 16 hours straight. Give me Rolaids, Doan spills, and preparation H. Someday I'll sell this big old rusty rig of mine and buy a little truck stop where those trucks will wait in line. Green stamps will come rolling in, and I'll be doing great, selling Rolaids and Doan spills and preparation H. Everybody thinks that looking through this windshield's really great, but my guts are blazing fire, my back it always aches. My old donkey's just a smoking, sitting 16 hours straight. Give me Rolaids, Doan spills, and preparation H. Man, I'm telling you, I have had it around the you-know-where. I would like to have you something like a big old rocking chair. And then let me get a chance to put them boys into some good stuff. Like Rolaids.
Mexico, I stand on the square in Matamoros. Round the plaza, the couples are walking to music so sweet. I found my love not too long ago in Matamoros, but I'm feeling low as the beggar who sits in the street. Oh, the promises that she made me with eyes black as midnight. How could I know how fickle her promise could be? Now I'm back to find what I feel is mine in Matamoros. There'll be bad trouble if I catch her cheating on me. Streets are narrow and dark and tequila runs free in Matamoros. I stopped for one moment outside of Miguel's swinging doors. My heart breaks to hear the same haunting sounds of Granada. She once called it our song and vowed she'd be mine evermore. Then across the square with this wild young vaquero, I see her laughing and dancing and tossing her waving black hair. Fate may take a hand when I face this man from Matamoros, for the love of my woman is one thing that I'll never share. The night far away from the lights of Matamoros, and recall the last moments when I knew she loved me more than life. I can still hear her cry, I love you, and I'll prove it mañana. Then seeing my danger, she jumped in front of his knife. I know the stories they'll tell in the dim-lit casinos of the raven-haired beauty who for her love lay dead on the floor. They'll speak of the fight with the gringo that night in Matamoros. They'll wonder what happened, for he never returned anymore.
Hello, I'm a truck. You've heard songs about truck drivers, many times their story told. how they pulled out of Pittsburgh for 6 days on the road, about that Feather River Canyon and a climbing that old grapevine, that old roadhouse down in Texas, and the girls they left behind. You've heard their tales of daring, and I think that's just fine. But if you could spare a minute, well, I'd like to tell you mine. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way to glory, and they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Well, there he sits in that cafe drinking coffee and telling lies. Probably telling them about that hill we topped 10 miles back. Or to tell him how he missed a gear in that Volkswagen bus full of hippies passed us like I was sitting up on jacks. Or how he missed that curve over on 66. Hadn't been for me hanging on the shoulder, well, we'd have both wound up in the ditch. We're on time, he takes the credit, and if we're late, I get the blame. Up those hills with shutters open, my stacks are running flame. My tackle running red line, sucking diesel from the tanks. I'd take him south, bring him back without a word of thanks. Well, now you've heard my story, and I guess it's my tough luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way to glory, and they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Look at him sipping coffee and flirting with that waitress. And where do you think he left me? That's right, next to a cattle truck. Why couldn't he have put me over there next to that little pink Mac? Gosh, she's got pretty mud flaps. And talk about stacked. They're both chrome. Well, he'll be coming out in a minute, and he'll get that bar, and he'll go around and beat on my tires. You know, for 2 pints of diesel, well, I'd have a flat on the inside dual. Ha! Boy, that would fix him. I never did like the way he drives anyhow. Thinks he's God's gift to waitresses. Never gives them a tip. Well, I know what he's going to do now. Take out that tape cartridge of Buck Owens and play it again. I don't know why he don't get a Merle Haggard.